All right, so we're going to take a drive down Jupiter area. These are some wealthy homes. Here we just kind of went around through the club. There's the tennis courts, and over here on this side you have the beach club and everything for Jupiter Island. But we spotted a couple of very old homes that have been here forever, but of course they've been added on to. One on the beach, one on the other side of the road. The beach is to our left. And the homes we've seen, Chris was wondering how much they would cost. They're going to cost millions because they are on the beach. You can see a lot of these homes on the driveway. This has 120, for example. But you'll see a lot of these will have a driveway, and then they'll have a service entrance. That's Woolworth, so I'm going to guess at one time or now it's maybe even owned by someone in the Woolworth family. The flora and fauna is beautiful around here. I love these palm trees. I love the ficus overhanging. It's really pretty. Of course, the yards are immaculately maintained. Beck. Now, I did hear that, thinking Beck, but I heard Moby lived down here. I had a friend that came down here at one time, and they said they actually met Moby on the beach down here. And we did hear, well, I heard, Chris was down on the beach. I heard from the man who was at the Blowing Rocks. He's part of the, conservancy center there, and welcomes guests and answer any questions. But he was saying that Michael Jordan is in town. Today he's down on his boat, so he was down at the Jupiter Marina. But a lot of these marinas too are pretty well secured, as is any marina. Even smaller boat marinas, people watch out for others and very wary of strangers. So if you've ever been part of like a boat or RV community or anything like that, they're pretty protective of each other, I would say. So this one, you have a crane and you have bulldozers. So they're building a brand new mansion over here on the left. Now some of these may even be available for rent on VRBO or Airbnb. Chris had pointed out one of these houses was named what? Corona Del Mar?
Mm-hmm.
Son of Beach. So, yeah. And somebody put a faux cannon there on this little corner. I don't know what that's about. These almost look like poinsettias back there. Haven't turned red yet. Oh, look at this tree. I love it. I love this tree. Look. So it'll those pieces come down from the limbs of the tree and actually take root. So every limb will have root. This other trunk come down, provides amazing stability for those trees. There's another one. There's a smaller example. So you can see how these roots come down from the limb and anchor themselves in the ground. The biggest one I've ever seen is at Edison's museum in Fort Myers. And even though that hurricane was devastating, I believe the tree still stands over there. And that tree's been around since I was a kid. So it's at least, and it was huge when I was a kid. So that tree at Edison property is maybe 100 years old or more. Here's an older home to the left. Oh, it's a bit hard to see now, but you can tell it has siding, and you can tell it's been added on to quite a bit. The bougainvillea is beautiful here on this property, all purple. And this is north of Blowing Rocks. I've noticed a lot of cyclists down here. I told Chris if I was a cyclist and lived here, I'd park down at Blowing Rocks and bike this area. Because there's not much traffic here, as you can see. And the speed limit's 35. Kind of doing 25 now. But I had one car pass me. There's the Hobie Sound Yacht Club, founded 1892. It's a beautiful 85 degrees right now here. December 3rd, 2023. I have the beach immediately to the left. This is a very thin strip of property over here. It's the thinnest strip of property I've seen. No, second thinnest, I guess. There's beach access for the people that live on the right side of the road to walk to the beach, as this gentleman here is doing. There are a few paths here and there for those people. However, we're coming up this house on the left. It's a little bit further up here. It is one of the older homes here. And I love, they have these mother-in-law tongues. If you've never been to Florida, they're just growing wild. This is the old house. You can tell this is a very old house that has been pieced and parted together. It actually has a tin roof on it. And I don't know if you can see, but there was some beach over there. You could see a little bit of water. Coconut. A bunch of coconuts on those trees. There's another little old house. It's tiny, tiny. A garage and a house. But they don't have much more land there. And I have noticed some, it looks like they've experienced some erosion here on the beach. was telling Chris, I was kind of laughing because, like I said, you'll see one house with a, little address on it. And then you'll see the next driveway, like this one says service 429. And then here is 429, the main entrance, for the wealthy people that come. So it's funny, I think I saw one driveway where they had on one side of the driveway service and their address, and on the other side of the driveway they had their address. So I think they were kind of making fun of these people that have two entrances, one for service people and one for the people. There's a big buzzard. I don't even know where he was eating. I didn't see anything there. There is a car behind us with purple headlights. Can you see it? Or are they running?
I'm trying to catch it through the rearview mirror, but I don't see.
You can catch it through this rearview mirror.
Not from
on
this
the
angle.
curve.
Not from this angle, but
Yeah, you gotta be on a curve. Because that other car behind us is kind of blocking.
no, it's the second car behind us that has the purple
Yes,
headlights.
it is the second line. That's why I was saying he's blocking. But when we're on a curve, you're more likely to get it.
Mm.
Like this curve. Oh, look, there's devil trumpet flowers.
Oh, cool.
I've not seen those in Florida in a long time. Kind of surprised to see them in front of these hoity-toity houses. Someone must have a green thumb. And here we are back at the Blowing Rocks Preserves. Chris said if you were drunk and got sick, you could call it the Blowing Chunks Preserves. That was pretty funny, actually.
Yeah. Well,
Gotta have that humor.
Yeah.
Now this is straight, so it's gonna be hard to see the guy with the purple light. It's weird. It's like he has a black light, and it looks like maybe a red light.
Let's zoom in. It's
You can only see that white car.
Yeah,
That's why I
yeah.
said the curves were perfect for it. We have one up here before we hit the lighthouse area and everything. A lot of more sea grapes. We'll have the river on the right. Look at this lovely sidewalk for walking and recreating. Skating, walking, skateboarding. Now, a lot of people are parked here on both sides of the road, and up here there's a little bit of parking available, and they're hanging out on the riverside. So I don't know if on the riverside they're over there because they can drink and smoke and not get kind of have little private enclaves over on the riverside that you don't get on the beach. And a little bit more shade from the sea grapes and mangroves, that type of thing. These are the docks across from the condominiums. And see, there are only a few boats per condominium because, you know, you want to go out on a boat, you buddy up to your friend, and you don't spend your money on a boat. You let them have that liability and repair and maintenance, and all you have to do is bring a six-pack.
If you help them wash their boat, you've got a friend for life.
That's right. That's right. Especially if they keep it in the water and they got to dry dock it to get the barnacles off every now and then. But this is where people, let's see if we can get those lights now. You get those lights behind, those purple lights.
Okay.
He's coming. You got to get him behind. Here he comes.
Right.
Can you see him right there coming? His headlights, not his tail lights. Oh well, good try.
All right.
It's a little rough here. All right, back on right. This is where I was saying people were parking and hanging out on the riverside as opposed to the ocean. Here and there to the water. Some have paddle boats, some have kayaks, some just have their camp chairs, and there are people hanging out in the river water. It's not something I would do. Never been partial to the riverside. Even when I lived on the riverside. Just you have a lot of boats and everything going on there, so you have a lot of diesel and motor oil and stuff. It just didn't appeal to me. So we appreciate you watching. I think I will swing kind of past the lighthouse so you can get a look at that. Now, I had a friend that lived on this side of the Jupiter Inlet here, and I could lay in the bedroom and that light would flash on the walls, and that's how I would go to sleep, was watching that light flash on the walls. It was great. He also had a roof deck and a widow wall. Or watch. That's it. That's town. This is the town of Jupiter now. This is what other famous? Oh, Burt Reynolds, probably the most famous residence here, and I believe to the right, if I have my bearings correct, or is it to the, it may be over here to the left. Is a Burt Reynolds Theater, and it's where they, of course, would hold all of the local plays. So again, thanks for watching, and hope you have a nice day.